as you know, over the last sort of 6 months, Tim and Carl have been getting ideas sent in from all over the country. We regularly get aerial pictures, objects. I've just found this on a walk with the kids. What do you think this lump and bump is? So people are sending in all these sites to us all the time. And Tim is ended to saying, please, 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 could you fill out the form that's on the website and then give us some information about your site. But essentially, we must have now, how many sites do you think we've had in, Tim, sent in?
On Thursday when I did a count, we're currently sat on 110 that we've had come in the last 6 weeks.
Now it's just possible, we've got 16,000 and counting people on Facebook, that it represents the biggest amateur research group in archaeology in Britain. You know, essentially those guys are going out there talking amongst themselves, sending stuff in. Some of it is, you know, slightly off-piste archaeologically speaking, but some of it is really quite interesting, and we're actually beginning to process that. Now you are going to be part of one of the first teams where we're actually trying to grow. I said to Mick, how do you begin the process of archaeology in the field and community? He said, get your lieutenants together. Now you guys, some of you have done this before, and what the idea of this is to get you to get a feel of exactly what you have to go through in order to begin the process of evaluation. Now out there we've got a field on a beautiful morning like this, but you're not going to get a chance to get out there until you've done the work we need you to do. And the work you're going to do is the work that Jim, I, Time Team always have to do when we're considering a site. So there's some things we're going to take you through. Coming in, mate, you are with group, that scruffy lot over there. So Paul's in red group, you guys will be getting your guys in a minute. Do you want to join them, Paul? Go grab a seat, mate. Now, before we actually do work on any site, Jim and various people at Time Team, researchers, have to build one of these things, a project design. And what we're going to be doing this morning, fairly quickly, is taking you through what these headlines are. But what I'm interested to do is get you as a group to think through each stage of this. Now there's stuff in here that, according to Phil, even I don't know about, right? And he keeps saying to me, have you read the project design? And if you go through here, there's a whole bunch of things. And what I want you to do as groups is work together and see if you can begin to get a sense of a process that anybody in the country has to go through. They send us in a nice picture of an earthwork or some lines on a field that you're going to see in a moment, and they always say, what is it? Can't we just dig a hole in it? The answer, of course, is not. You have to create your project design. You have to go through a number of hoops before anybody picks up a shovel. Now out there we've got 4 rather interesting areas for you to have a shot at, but you're not getting out at them until Paul, I and Jim have seen your project design, your list of equipment, your list of who's doing what, and then you get a chance to go out. Now it might be that group, what colour are you? Red. You have to put your pen out so I can see it. That's it, very good. So the red group there, they might crack this and be out first. Some of you may struggle a bit, that's alright, because you're learning something all along. But you have to go through that deal before we can let you out there. Paul's been on a number of these sort of events in the local area as a part of a community archaeology project. And believe you me, he's very clear about what he wants you to know before we allow you out anywhere near a trowel. Okay? So, first step as a group. I'd like to show you 2 things. You've hopefully all seen the map. Tim, you can shove the OS map up for us. And the bigger one. Thank you. So, 3 key documents to any process. You found something wonderful, you get terribly excited, you think, where's the shovel? No. First step is the map. And here it is, an obvious OS map, one of the fantastic resources we have in Britain. If you go elsewhere in the world, the maps aren't usually quite as good as we have. Fantastic map. And that's your starting point. On this are a whole bunch of interesting things, like names that look interesting, like Whittenham. There's also things like routes. And what we're going to be doing tomorrow is Tim will take you through a desk-based analysis of this whole site. Because the weather's good today, we're going to try and get you out to there. But if you just look across here, there's a road running across here, and apparently there's some sort of continuation. There's the way the landscape is divided up has often very ancient origins.